Roger, you mentioned Apple, and we've got this growing rift now between the company and the DOJ as they refuse to unlock these 2 iPhones that belong to a shooter who opened fire on a naval base in Pensacola in December. Obviously not the first time that they've restricted access to encrypted data. It's deja vu in a lot of ways. Do you see this ending any differently this time?
One never knows, but I don't think the issues have changed at all from Apple's perspective, which is if they create a backdoor for law enforcement, they're effectively creating a backdoor for everyone, which means criminals, but it also means the government of China, the government of Russia are going to have much easier abilities to penetrate phones. And that raises the threat to every user of smartphones. I think the argument that DOJ has here is very weak. We live in this time of surveillance capitalism. Everything you do on your phone touches the network in some way, so that to the extent that they're trying to track who did the shooter meet, where was the shooter at any point in time, any kind of interactions they had, all of that stuff exists out in the environment, is easily accessible to law enforcement with a warrant. They don't need the phone. There are a small number of things that are captive inside the phone. Some photographs, for example, if the shooter did not have Facebook, did not have other things that automatically download your photographs, then there may be some photos in there that are unique. But as a generalization, I think Apple's position on this is exactly correct. And I think DOJ in some ways is just manufacturing. It's trying to use other issues to keep people's attention away from, shall we say, the news of the day.
I do wonder, though, Roger, if this is the DOJ and Attorney General Barr trying to at least drum up more of a debate and get ahead of this bigger, broader trend we're seeing in technology right now, which is more encryption. I mean, look no further than Facebook. Does it warrant debate as we see that become a bigger and bigger part of how people turn to their phones, turn to their apps and communicate?
No, Morgan, I absolutely agree that there should be a debate. My view on this debate is that the balance between what DOJ is asking and what the industry currently is advocating strongly supports the industry's position. And at the end of the day, people need to have some sanctuary, some opportunity to live their lives without being scrutinized every moment of every day. And where that comes down is the debate we're having right now. At the moment, if you think about it, it's not the government that we have to worry about. It's Facebook, it's Google, it's Amazon, it's Microsoft. It's the folks who are the surveillance capitalists who are invading every aspect of our lives. So that is the debate I've spent 3 years trying to make us have, and I'm glad to see DOJ engaging in it, but you know my position.
Yeah, I'm not sure they are really engaging in a debate, guys. Somehow the government seems to consistently position themselves against encryption for everybody except the government itself. And I think there are a number of people out there, security researchers, Bruce Schneier, who I followed for a long time, who would argue, especially in the 5G era, encryption is the only answer. You have to assume a dirty network. You have to assume that lots of people are trying to get access to your data, so there have to be ways to protect it. I question whether the government is going in the right direction, kind of villainizing encryption that they can't break.
You've already been
John, you're absolutely right
today.
Yes.
Yeah, John's absolutely correct. Bruce Schneier is the guy to pay. He's my guru on this topic, and this is only going to become a bigger issue.